Okay, we'll first start talking about the water. So you're going to want to use gallon water jugs. It's helpful. Each plant is going to take about a half a gallon, maybe a little bit more when you first start in the very beginning. So we're not going to put any nutrients in it this first time, even though the feeding schedule says, because I'm terrified of nutrient burn. But we have to pH the water. If you have well water or if you capture rainwater, which I heard is illegal, which is weird. But anyway, those are usually really well pH'd, and they don't have chlorine in them. I have city water, so it has chlorine in it. That's not good for your plants at all. So if you take your city water and you fill up a jug and you leave it sitting open for 24 hours, the chlorine will dissipate out of it. So you want to fill your jugs just with water, not with anything else early on. You can't put your nutrients in and store them. For some reason, you're not supposed to pre-mix them. You make your nutrients, use it within 24 hours. Don't, in fact, the sooner you use it is usually better in the first few hours. So get these with the screw top, because eventually you're going to be putting all of this stuff in, and a lot of it contains bat droppings and fish poop and gross stuff. It smells horrible. One time I had one with a pop top and I was just shaking it up, and it ended up being popping off and getting all over me. So let me real quick talk about some other things you're going to want to have. So you get your gallon jugs. Oh, I put these big X's on because we regularly use gallon water, and I don't want to mistake the empty ones that I had fish poop in for my drinking water. So I put the big X's on so I know not to drink those. So these are the Fox Farm. Fox Farm actually, as I said in the last video, came out with a new feeding schedule. It looks like there's 2 extra nutrients here. Again, these ones in the back. This is Big Bloom, Grow Big, and Tiger Bloom. Those are the main ones. You can grow with just those 3. These other ones are going to enhance your grow, make them take care of problems that you might have like root rot, take care of some nutrient deficiency. Boomerang is going to bring back nutrients in the soil that's lost every week. And then these are powders, PHing, Beastie Bloom, and Open Sesame. And those are used to enhance your flowering. So you don't even start those until week 4. And I'm going to go through feeding. Another thing you may want is Cal Meg. So, because plants often get calcium deficiency, but you could hold off on getting that until you see a calcium deficiency if you want. Actually, I think if you buy the Dirty Dozen from Fox Farm, that will actually include some Cal Meg in it, calcium, magnesium. The other thing you're going to want is pH up and pH down. You can make your own pH up and pH down with lemon juice and with baking soda. This is just expensive lemon water and baking soda water. But for me, I know how to use it, and I didn't realize you could do that in the beginning. I don't know how much, and I've been too lazy to learn. So pH down, orange and blue. You need that to adjust the pH of your water. Next, you are going to want some small cups. This one's all icky because I use it over and over again. This is what you're going to test your water in. And then you're going to want a funnel. This is a dedicated funnel. Don't use your kitchen funnel. Buy a dedicated funnel that you'll just use every time. And then I've got dedicated spoons I use, measuring spoons. You'll need 1 teaspoon, half teaspoon, and a 1/4 teaspoon. I just use these dedicated ones because I'm not going to use my regular ones. Also, these droppers, you can buy these on Amazon. I have them marked as down, but that one's marked. You can just barely see it. I need to refresh that every couple weeks. Next thing you're going to want, when you go to plant your seeds, you're going to want these little labels, because these you'll forget which plant is in which. So I'll write the plant name down and I'll stick that in the soil so I can keep track of which seed is which. Next, now I would have said that this was absolutely necessary, but if you're following the schedule, I haven't even used this in my last grow. What this is a ppm reader. It's actually one of the expensive ones. I want to say it was like $125. And what this does, it measures the ppms of your water. So you put it in here, and this is just fresh water out of my I'm using the 700 scale on the edge. You can see it's between 220 and 420. That's just out of my tap water. If you put this into distilled water, it shouldn't even register. It won't even light up. And so where I was talking about on the feeding schedule, it tells you how many ppms it is. Right there. You want to make sure you're within that range. So see, for mine, it says 300 to 420. I'm already there. Or 350 to 420. I'm already there with city water. So that's why I don't want to add that big bloom in today. I am just going to give it, plain water. But it has to be pH'd water, so you need to get a pH meter. There's all sorts of pH meters. You can get them for $20. This one I want to say was more like $85. Blue Labs is supposed to be the best, and I had so many pH problems that were killing my plants because my meter was off. I just went out and bought the more expensive one. So here in just a minute, I'm going to show another video on pHing your water.